Femi.
Oh,
Femi.
Becky. Okay, do you study or work?
Study means
Ah, you're still studying in a university or high school?
university.
Oh, in university. Ah, wow. Okay, so where do you know Brazil? From where? From who?
From Instagram.
Oh, from Instagram. Oh, nice. Same like Indah. Thank you, Instagram, for bringing you here. So where do you live, Femi?
Jakarta Timur.
Oh, in East Jakarta. Wow, close to me. Okay, nice to see you here. And I hope you enjoy our class today. Okay.
Thank you, Miss.
Yeah, my pleasure. Hello, Fani Ahkiani. Hello, Rizky and Maulana. And hello, Farah. Hello, Raydira. Hello, Anissa. And okay, so my name is Sophia, and I will be an MC for today. And how are things going for you today? Okay, I hope you're feeling well. Okay, while waiting for the other participant to join us in the Zoom meeting today, I would like to have a, okay, and I would like to have a brief introduction about Britzone. Okay, I'm sure you are pumped to hear from our conductor this evening. But first, for those of you who are unfamiliar with Britzone, okay, we will have a brief introduction. Okay, Amanda, could you please help me?
Yes, Kak. Have you seen the screen?
No, I still haven't. Oh, yeah, right. Okay. Okay, guys. So once again, me on behalf of the visit committee would welcome you to the biggest free English community where, okay, next. So English is our main focus. Okay, so therefore we speak, read, and write in English. And everyone is welcome to join our regular classes for free. And what I mean by everyone is all people, regardless of age, background, and any other identifying levels. So we'll welcome you wholeheartedly. Secondly, we are volunteer from our committee to our conductor, and we are so glad to have you all here with us, and we will learn and help each other to practice. So don't worry about your fluency, accent, and grammar because volunteers love to help people, and that makes us happy. Okay, next. Okay, so Britzone has three classes. At the first one on Tuesday at 7 p.m., we have speaking classes to encourage members and have more confidence to speak up in public. Next, we conduct a general English to bring out the best in you, and it might sound too advanced for you. Next, it's a Britzone English Betterment series. So it's bring out the best in you. And it might sound too advanced for you, but no worries, as we guarantee that every Britzone classes is going to be fun. Next. So if you are feeling tired after weekdays slowly go by, get over it because we have Saturday class and that will give you a great experience as we will also learn English while having fun. And then check it out more for more info. because we are back to our base in the Library of Ministry, Education and Culture, or even we have outdoor class. Okay, so next, how to keep yourself updated with us? Simple. Just follow our social media on Instagram at Britzone ID, and then to our YouTube. You can watch our class also in the Britzone English community, and then in Twitter at Britzone ID, and also we are in the Clubhouse, Britzone English community, and the website www.britzone.id, and then Spotify. We are in the Britzone podcast. Okay, next. Okay, so stay tuned to our social media and you will never miss anything news from us. Okay, so we are basically a non-profit organization. So we need a donors from you, which is you, and we offer so many cool stuff for you to have, like for our fundraising, guys. So please help us by buying our t-shirt and then also our tote bag or sticker pack or a notebook. So you can just contact us in our Instagram and Shopee at Britzone March, and also in WhatsApp you can contact Rizka, and then if you feel overwhelmed, just scan to order. Okay, next. Okay, so we are sponsored by Perpustakaan.id, as you know, our base, and just sign up for becoming a member for accessing impressive resources like book collection, audio, and video. Next. Yeah, finally, we have after class tradition. So don't forget to turn on your camera because we are taking pictures. And don't forget to give us your feedback in our WhatsApp group because your feedback matters to us. Okay, and then I will move the taking pictures into the middle of our class. Okay, thank you. Oh, I think do we have to announce? Okay, yeah. As you know that our Britzone Festival is already for the singing competition and then speech competition and also writing. But writing is ended, the deadline is today, and singing is already closed. Wherever, if you want to join the competition, you can join the speech competition, and then the deadline is tomorrow. So you better wrap up your videos, guys. Okay, and don't forget, you can go to our Britzone anniversary in 25th of September, and it's going to be offline. Okay, so mark your calendar and then please come. Okay, so I guess we are pumped, right? And excited for our presentation for today. And I'd like to begin by thanking our conductor. Glad to have you here together with us, Pooh. And I know her back then when I guess when we are a delegate for our university, and then she lives in Semarang right now, but she just came home from the Netherlands. Okay, without further ado, let's give it up for Fu. The screen is yours, Fu.
Oke, ini yang nge-share aku juga atau ada yang mau share screen?
Okay, let me help, Kak.
Oke. Oke, teman-teman, sambil nunggu ya. It's an honor for me to be invited by Mbak Dewi. We udah lama banget gak ketemu. Terus habis itu diminta untuk sharing ini. Senang karena memang ini lagi rame banget ya, teman-teman yang lagi persiapan buat interview LPDP. Nah, ini barangkali ada teman-teman di sini juga yang sedang mempersiapkan.
I'm so sorry for
Oke.
could you please
Okay,
No.
so this is full English
Yeah.
sessions. Okay, all right. So this might be useful for you, for those of you who are currently preparing for interviews. For interviews, maybe the closest deadline or the closest schedule is for LPDP, but it's not up to. I mean, it's not binding just to LPDP scholarships interviews, but it's also for other scholarships as well, because yeah, as we know that each of scholarship has their own deadline, but the what do you call it, the basic knowledge of what to speak during interviews will remain the same. So I'd like to give you the general overview of how do you speak, so that the interviewer will listen, because yeah, not every story should be delivered. We all know that not every story people want to listen. So which kind of story, what kind of story, what is the type of story that is attractive to be listened by the interviewers, and then so on, so that we can, what do you call it, we can go through the interviews more smoothly. Okay, so first of all, please let me introduce myself. My name is Putri Fatkhiyatul Ulya. I'm currently living in Semarang. So I am an alumni of LPDP scholarship back then in 2018. So I was pursuing my study to Master of Engineering Management at the University of Melbourne, Australia. Okay, and then here is about all about interviews during scholarship interview sessions. Okay, next. Okay, so I'm writing this bilingual. I mean, because some of terms should be delivered in Indonesia as well. So I might be asking for your permissions, Mbak Dewi and friends, to sometimes deliver it in bahasa, because yeah, it's complex. And whenever I'm doing my job responsibility as a study abroad mentor at Scotters, I'm also delivering the feedback by Bahasa Indonesia, so that they can absorb as much knowledge as possible, and it's not getting any barriers for the explanations are using English is sometimes it's too complicated to be delivered in Indonesia. Okay, so basically the purpose of an interview is to have an assessment of academic backgrounds of candidates, and then the professional experiences, the mental states, behavior, and then the personality of a candidate in the shortest time as possible. So as we all know that every scholarship interviews is not conducting more than 1 hour. So 1 hour is really, really long. So most of them is just for 30 until 45 minutes. And even there are some scholarship interviews which are conducted for just 5 minutes. So you can imagine what have you delivered, what you should deliver to the interviewers in less than 5 minutes. That should be really concise, and then really highlighting the achievements of yours, the professional experiences for the most. Okay, And then I'm going to be really concise to talk about this interview. So next. So when we are conducting interview, these are the points that I highlight to be the most important during an interview. Okay, so first and the foremost is the introduction. So we call it the magic 3 minutes. Why? Because it's the first impressions that is wrapping up by the interviewers, and it's really, really important to take down the notes, to write down what we are going to speak during the introduction sessions. So it cannot be longer than 3 minutes, and it just consists of your name. You don't have to mention what is your full name. And then I usually call Putri. No, you're just simply saying that my name is Putri Fatkhiyatul Ulya, and then I'm graduated from the Master of Engineering Management at the University of Melbourne, for example. And then I have been working for 7 years in a consulting firm specializing in continuous improvement consultant. So that's all. That's the your name, and then where did you graduate from, and then your professional experiences. So you have to wrap it up, and then you have to explain about what have you learned or what have you done during your professional experiences. So it's related to the next point, which is the highlight of achievement. So please make sure that the highlight of achievement is related to your professional experiences. So if you're a fresh graduate and then you don't have any professional experiences so far, it's okay by highlighting the achievements of during your bachelor's degree. But once you are working, the highlight of achievement should be coming within your professional experiences. So for example, my name is Putri Fatkhiyatul Ulya. I was graduated from the Bachelor of Chemical Engineering from Diponegoro University in 2015, and then I already have 7 years professional experiences in being a continuous improvement consultant in a consulting firm. So I'm specializing in the innovation management area. And then the highlight of achievement is that when I successfully proposed a program towards my clients that can save their company's expenditure up to 100 million rupiah per month, let's say. And then I'm currently passionate in the research of supply chain network. So that's why I'm applying for LPDP scholarship to support my study in Master of Engineering Management, University of Melbourne. So that is for example. So that should not be longer than 3 minutes. Okay. And then if any of you wants to ask questions directly related to this topics, you're welcome. I mean, you don't have to wait until the end of this presentation so that you're not forgetting what you want to ask. And then the second point is this is the questions that is always there during an interview. So there's a question, Mbak Dewi, should I?
Okay, so I guess we have the question and answer later on.
Okay.
After this material. So sorry, Rakian. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, Bu, you can continue.
Okay. Okay, and then this is the questions that is always there during every scholarship interview. So why do you choose the designated country? Why do you choose Australia? Why do you choose the Netherlands? Why do you choose UK? So it should be based by the issues or the problems that you concern the most and you want to solve. it's not about many students are answering like United Kingdom is the first rank in terms of the the university is in the second rank in the UK. So most of students still answer the questions like that. It's no longer convincing for interviewers right now. So what we have to say, what we have to answer to answer this kind of question is that by bringing issues, by bringing problems that we want to solve that is related to that country. So for example, so I'm bringing the issues of development of UMKM or medium and small businesses in Indonesia. So let's say, and then I'm picking Australia as my designated country, as my destination country. So I would say the development of UMKM or MSMEs in Australia is likely to have is likely to be comparable to Indonesia. So there in Australia, they have let's say an integrated training programs for the MSMEs itself, so that they can develop themselves. They can have like a business incubator that is that is guaranteed by the governments, and then they have the facilitators to bring their business bigger, and then to bring their business better. So I would like to learn more to Australia, because they have that very specific programs within their government, so that I can later implement that kind of system in Indonesia. So that's the example of how your answer should be. It should be based by the data and should be based by the current problems or the current issues that you concern the most and you want to solve the problem. Okay. And then the second reason of why we choose the designated country is that the presence of institutions to support our research, because as we all know that each of country have their own specializations. I mean, let's say the New Zealand is well known for their research of renewable energy, and then the Netherlands is well known for their wind farms, as well as the UK, and then maybe the Middle Eastern countries is well known as their for their mining technologies and so on. So that we have to find the presence of institutions that supporting our research. Where is the best country that can facilitate our research interests? And then the last one is the history of partnership between that country to Indonesia, because as we know that maybe in terms of UMKM, the issue that I frequently bring during my interviews. So there is a research funding or research grant that is given by Australian government to Indonesian UMKM or Indonesian startups that is well known, which is AAI or Australia Awards in Indonesia. So that is one example of how the partnership history between the countries, between Indonesia and your destination country is also important, so that we can have sustained partnerships. So it's not only for your study, but also in the long run. I mean, okay. And then so that's the second point that I would like to highlight. And then next. Okay, this is the next questions that always be there as well. during scholarship interviews? Why do you choose the university? And again, we cannot answer only by saying that University of Melbourne is the first rank in Australia. No, it's no longer convincing. It's no longer giving any points for the interviewers. So the first and the most important thing is that we have to make sure that the university is the best fit to fulfill your needs. What is your needs? That is a knowledge gap. And what is the knowledge gap? So it's basically the knowledge and skills that you would like to gain, that you currently don't have, and it makes you it makes you harder to fulfill your job. I mean your job roles currently without that knowledge and skills, and you have to fulfill that knowledge gap by pursuing master degree. So when you're feeling that oh, I can no longer do this job roles because I am not capable in this, when you're feeling that way, it might be because of there's a knowledge gap within you. So let's say, for example, I'm a graduate of chemical engineering, and then I'm working as a continuous improvement consultant, which is actually the jobs of an industrial engineering, so that I do not have the basic knowledge of innovation management at that time. I'm only practicing the skills by working. I don't have any fundamental knowledge about innovation management. So that's why I'm saying that my knowledge gap is that I don't have a fundamental knowledge about innovation management, about industrial management, and it should be covered by pursuing master's degree because my current job roles demand me to do so. My current job responsibility demand me to have a decent or a proper innovation management knowledge. So that's why I have to pursue master's degree. So that's the way of answering that questions. So it should be based by your knowledge gap, and then how is the university can solve them, can help you to fulfill that knowledge gap. So that's the most important thing to be said during I mean to answer this this type of questions. And then you can highlight the course list as well from the universities, because every similar major, I mean the Master of Engineering Management in University of Melbourne and Master of Engineering Management at the Columbia University, all, even though they have the same or the similar major, they can have different course lists and they can have different specializations. So we have to make sure that our choice is really the ones that we need. So the course list can fulfill our knowledge gap. So that's the next reason of why we choose the university. And then the next, there is a professor's expertise. So let's say, for example, there is a professor, Kathleen Leeward from the University of Melbourne, that is focusing their research to M.EngMgt in Australia, so that I want to absorb as much knowledge as possible from her and propose her to be my thesis supervisor. That's the great reason that you can mention when you're when you were asked why do you choose a university, because there is a professors there which have the expertise that is similar with your research interest, and then they have really well-known research or journals related to your research interest, and then you want to directly learn from her or from him, and then maybe even propose them to be your thesis supervisors. And then there's also another reasons that you can mention when you choose why do you choose the university? It's because the internship opportunity, because not every major, not every university have the same programs. Not every university is offering internship or industrial placement opportunity. So when you get one, it can be your reason on why do you choose the university, because there's an internship opportunity, and then you can mention one of institutions that you aim to apply for the internship, so that you can you can show them that you are well prepared and well researched by mentioning that specific institutions that you aim to apply for the internship. And then there's also a student club that can be a reason why do you choose the university, because most of the world-class universities, they have a professional student clubs. So maybe, for example, for those students in law faculty, there's legal clinics within the student clubs in the university, and then maybe some data scientist community and so on. So there's a lot of chance, a lot of university that is offering this kind professional student club, and it can be mentioned as one of the reasons on why do you choose the university. So your answers is not only because this university is ranking is placing the first rank in Australia or in United Kingdom or in the United States. It's no longer convincing for interviewers. So it should be fact-based and based on your needs. Okay, and then so that's the reasons for the questions why do you choose the university. And then next, this is also the questions that you should answer for each scholarship interview. It's how is your plan after graduating? What will you do differently within your current job roles? So it should be structured into short-term, medium-term, and long-term. So you have to make it structured so that it's easier for you to deliver, and it's easier for the interviewers to receive the message. Because sometimes it's a long story. Plan after graduation is mostly a long story, so that you have to make it structured. Okay, for the short term, it's about your plan 1 to 3 years after graduations. So it can be included into the short term. And then the medium term is 3 to 5 years after graduating. And then the long term is beyond 5. So 5 to 10 years after graduation. So for example, if I were given an interview and then I would like to say that, okay, my short term after graduation is that I want to working back in my current company as the consultant, as a continuous improvement consultant. There, what I would do differently is that by having the knowledge and skills that I have obtained during my master's, so I can contribute more in terms of the innovation management solutions. So before, I have to follow my seniors or my managers to propose a solutions towards the client's needs. By obtaining specific and fundamental knowledge and skills about innovation management, now I can propose my own solution set. I can propose my own innovation management, innovation programs to be implemented by the clients. So that's what I would do differently in the short term. And then the medium term, I would like to apply for a positions in the project manager so that I can handle my own project. Because it needs, it takes time and it takes professional experiences for 3 until 5 years to be a project manager. So I would like to aim to be one so that I can handle more projects. When I can handle more projects, it means that more UMKM that can be helped by us consulting firm. That means more UMKM that will be developed by us. And then for the long term, I'm aiming to have I'm aiming to launch my own consulting firm, so that I can be more flexible, and then I can recruit my other colleagues or my juniors in the, let's say in the industrial engineering students to be together with me to help those MKM and so on. That's the example of how you can structurize your plan after graduating. And then the most important thing is that you have to make it realistic. You have to make it doable and practicable. So when you're having a big dreams, I mean, a big goals, let's say the one that I mentioned before in the long term, I'm aiming to launch my own consulting firm. You have to make it convincing by showing off your professional experiences, so they can they can assure, they can be sure that you can do that, and that's not only that's not trash talking it. That's not a trash talking only. Okay. Okay, next. Okay, so this is another points that you should know. So the first one is gesture. So gesture is really it eases you. I mean, it can makes you refreshes. It can makes you relax by using hand gestures when you're doing interviews. So you're not only sitting straightly like this, but also moving your head and then your hands. It can help you reduce your nervousness, and also to make it more relaxed. Okay, and then the eye contact is also important, because we are currently facing online interviews where you can make sure that where you have to make sure that your eye contacts can reach all of the interviewers. So you have to move your eyes, your sights from the one to the other interviewers, and then sometimes looking at the webcam, and then moving from one to another interviewers is also important. And then the third one is background clearance, because sometimes the interviewers demand you to do the 360-degree checks. So you were asked to, what do you call it? To check your surroundings by moving your webcams to to your rooms, so that they can see whether you put a sticky notes in front of you, and then in some other places, so that it's background clearance that is also important. And then make sure the microphone, the webcam, and speaker can always work, because sometimes the interviewers not really it's still subjective, but some of interviewers did not like you to be having your headset, so they're asking you to use the speaker of the PC itself, so not by using headset. So you have to make sure the instructions clearly when you're having an interview. And then when you're using glasses, just like me, make sure that it's not what do you call it, Mbak Dewi?
Like to make you blind?
Yeah, I mean.
Oh, it's not visible. for the
Yeah,
interviewer for seeing
yeah.
us. Oh,
Yeah, it's sometimes not clear because of the, what is that, pantulan. Yeah, because of the pantulan that is coming from your screens and then to your glasses, so sometimes they are not seeing your eyes clearly. So yeah, please make sure that your glasses is not disturbing the quality of your pictures within the screen. Yeah, because sometimes in the interviews there will be a psychologist, and then they can assess you from your eyes, from your gestures, and you always want to be seen clearly for that. Okay, and then yeah, the lighting is also related to the glasses as well. So when you're having opportunity to, yeah, the reflection. Thank you, Denny. So when you're having like what do you call it nowadays, the ring light, that also helps for you when you're having interviews, just to make sure that your glass is not reflecting any lights, so that your eyes can be seen clearly. Nah, this is the last point, that is what do you call it? So this is like this is how you can stand out compared to the other candidates. It's spark on your eyes. Because when you're passionate into something, when you're passionate into your research interest, into your plan to study abroad, your eyes can spark something. It can be seen by your eyes. The way you explain, the way you answer the questions passionately, it's always different to have candidates that is sparking, that is what do you call it, like it's different. So you have to spark motivations, you have to spark a passions within your eyes, and it can be implemented by wholeheartedly applying scholarships, wholeheartedly pursuing your study. So when you already have that big, huge motivations to study abroad, to pursue higher study, or to deepening your research onto one field, you can always feel the sparks on your eyes when you're speaking. And it's really important to have that sparks, because it's yeah, your eyes tell something. Your eye tells everything. It's true, and it's proven. I mean, I'm already handling a lot of students that is asking for mock-up interviews during LPDP interviews, and yeah, the more students that is passing through the selections, and then they are now becoming an awardee, is that those that is having these sparks in their eyes when they are explaining why did they want to study abroad. Okay, and then next. Yay, I think that's all.
okay. Thank you for wow. Isn't it beneficial, guys? Okay, wow. So let's give this woman another round of applause. Oh, thank you.
Yay.
Okay, wow, what an incredible presentation she gave, and it's an honor to have you here and sharing your incredible knowledge also about scholarship interview. Okay, and I'm sure you're all excited to ask further about the material, but bear with me, guys, because we will be photographed first by our host this evening. Okay, Dika, could you please take us a picture? Hello, Dika. Hello. So I think Manda.
Kak Dewi, would you help us with the photo because my device is not compatible?
Okay.
I apologize.
Okay, it's all right. It's all right. Okay, so I will be the one for taking a picture, and there will be 2 slides in here. So, okay, please guys to turn on your camera and please don't chat because it will block your face. Okay, don't hesitate to turn on your camera, guys. Halo Femi, Dennis, and Glandari, Pasaribu, Rizky. Ferdian, do you want to turn on your camera? Okay, so I think that's all. Okay, so 1, give your best smiles, guys. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, thank you. And wait a sec. Okay, so for the second slide, 1, 2. Okay, thank you guys. Okay, wait a sec. Okay, and then your face will be famous because we will post it in our Instagram. Okay, all right. So we move on to our question and answer. So if you guys want to ask further and deepen your knowledge for scholarship interview, we have our expertise here, study abroad mentor, Fu. So please raise your hand. Oh, I see Rakyat. Okay, please you can have a question. Rakyat Galuh.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much for the presentation. I would like to ask several questions. I think I have, well, about 3 after I summarize all the presentations. So my first question is, I'm a fresh graduate, so I don't have any kind of professional experience. Means that I never worked in a company before. I only have experience of internship. So can I mention that internship as my professional experience, or maybe I should just mention about my experience when I was a student, so more focused into my academic experience. That's my first question. And then for the second question is, I apply for a LPDP program, which I don't have LOI yet. So I choose 3 different programs of master and also in different institutions. So should I prepare for the answers for both programs, for the 3 programs, or should I just focus on the first option only? And then for the last question is, what is the questions that mostly asked by the interviewer, and probably the hardest question that you ever faced before, Miss? I think that's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for the question, and then you can answer right away. Fu.
Okay. For the fresh grads that is applying for LPDP scholarship, I think it's better to mention your internship experiences, because if it's paid internship, it means that it's professional experiences as well. So you can mention it as your professional experience, and then you can also mention your experiences during your bachelor degree. Maybe you're working as a research assistant or a library assistant. That's also fine to be mentioned during your introductions. So the thing is that you have to make sure that that the experiences is in line with your study destinations. I mean, with your master's major. So it's better to be in line I mean, the internship experience that you would like to mention, and then the research, maybe a research assistant or library assistant, that would be better if it's in line with what you're pursuing. Okay, and then for the second question, you have to pick up one instead of always comparing between those three universities. So it's better that you only come up with your best choice, your first choice. So you have to make sure that you really suit to that major and universities, and then you can assume that the other universities is the second and third choice, and it's offering the same maybe courses list between I mean comparing the other two universities is offering the same courses list with the first choice. But even if it's different, I mean, if the courses list that is offered by those three universities is different, you better come up with the first choice only. So whenever you are asked where do you choose to study, you can always answer your first choice, your first universities. You don't have to mention all the three. Yeah, and then the third one, what is the questions that is always asked during interviews is the ones that I mentioned before in the PowerPoints. So the questions about why the university, why the country, and then the plan after graduating, that's always there during interview, scholarship interviews. If you already nailed, if you already mastered to answer those questions, I assume the other questions can be answered as well. But if we're talking about the I ever faced, is that when I was asked by the interviewers to move my what do you call it, to move my destinations to another country. Yeah, so sometimes you were asked to that's not exactly questions actually, but it's also to, what do you call it, to test your mental state. They want to, the interviewers, the psychologists want to test you when you're facing this kind of choices in your life. How do you respond to that? So here, because we are the ones that need the money, I mean, we are the ones that need the scholarship. So we cannot be, what do you call it? We cannot be one-sided. We cannot be egoistic by defending only by defending our choices only. I mean, we have to be open to any opportunity as long as it's still fulfilling our needs. Yeah, is that answering your questions, Rakian?
So I assume that your answer for the hardest question that you ever faced before is to accept that you move into different country. Am I correct? Because we have to embrace the opportunity that we have.
Yeah. In the first side, I mean, we have to defend what we have researched about, because we've done our research deeply, and we should deliver to them that this is our best choice. University of Melbourne is still the best place to study for me, because it can fulfill all of my knowledge gap. It can fulfill all of my necessity, but I'm open to any opportunity. If you think that I will be better if you move me into the University of China or the University of Korea, that is more suitable for me, in your opinion, I will be open to that opportunity. but you have to provide me with the details first, so that I can digger into that choice and make sure that it can still fulfill my needs. So that's the point. We have to defend what we have done, but also open to any opportunity, because we are the ones that needs the money. So we cannot be one-sided or egoistic. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, thank you for the answers.
Okay, you're welcome.
Okay, thank you, Fu, and thank you, Rakian, for the question. I'm so sorry, guys, due to the time is limited. And I bet that all of you, like some of the participants here, want to ask you a question. So, Fu, if anyone here wants to contact you further, is that okay?
Yeah, okay, that's okay. You
Okay.
can reach me through Instagram.
Okay, yeah. So the Instagram is in our IG at Putri Fu. And wow, thank you once again. Okay, all right. Then we have the FGD session, guys. So our Zoom host here, Dika, will divide you into several breakout rooms, and then you will be accompanied by our competent facilitator. But so you can see in their Zoom account is Fasil underscore and their name. Okay, so you will have approximately about 20 minutes, guys. So have fun with your facilitators and other member in the group.
Mbak Dewi.
Sorry, I'm still unmuted. Okay.
Ini di breakout room ya?
Yes, they are. Yeah.
Hmm.
And we are here in the main room. Okay, so Fanny, are you here? Fanny, Talita, could you please accept if there is an invitation in front of your screen, so you can join the focus group discussion in the main in the breakout room? Okay, so I guess what about we discuss the FGD, or we discuss about the FGD here? Okay, okay. So wait, I will share my screen. I hope it's working. Okay, can you see my screen now? Is it visible?
Yeah, it's visible, soft.
Okay, great, awesome. Because later, back then, I'm having internet connection unstable. So yeah, and thank God it's working. Okay, so we discussed the FGD. Okay, so Nika,
Yeah.
so what is your short-term and long-term plan after graduating? So if you're imagining, if you study, if you have a further study?
For me, it could be a flashback, yeah, because flashback to after graduation, after my bachelor graduation in 2021 between COVID pandemic, yeah. Of course, my short term was working in a subtle way. I'd got long-term career. So yeah, got the job as soon as possible.
Great. Awesome. So, okay. Maybe me, I will answer this. So, what is my short term? So, 1 until 3 years. Yeah. Right? So after graduating from my master's right now, I want to publish my my journal, my research now, and then I will like to raise awareness of the like having a community empowerment, because yeah, right now I mean my field of study is community nutrition. So yeah, I would like to raise awareness, have the community empowerment for based on my research. Simply like that. And my long term, I would like to go back to my hometown, which is Cianjur, and then I would like to like equip their people, the people there. I mean, like yeah, about the nutrition, and then have a community empowerment there, because yeah, I saw the ironically the Cianjur people is they are wealthy. I mean, they're like in their land, they are wealthy because of that, because of their land, but they cannot like utilize everything in their land, and also like their nutrition is like the second rank above in West Java. So I would like to like not contribute myself even more in my hometown. Just simple. Okay. And then we go to the second question, I think. Why do you choose the designated country and university? Oh, Dika, if you imagine yourself for having a further study, what is your designated country and university?
All right. My designated country is US, yeah. And the university maybe Michigan State or a Western Michigan University. Yeah, because yeah, Michigan is the Muslim friendly state in US, and yeah, you won't, if you're Muslim, you won't get any difficulties, yeah, to do regular prayer, daily prayer, because yeah, a lot of mosques there. And then yeah, and for US in general, yeah, of course, it's a very open-minded country. There is no old school or orthodox mindset in US. It's very rare, yeah. And yeah, and then yeah, for the education, I guess US is the best country, yeah, rather than Europe, because yeah, Europe is better for tourism, but for the education or career, yeah, US is better.
Okay, interesting opinion. Okay, so for me, for the second question, my designated country, okay, Fu, you must know this. It's UK, and like the university is UCL, because yeah, it's famous for not for the nutrition. So one of them like the health. So the health, there's a lot of professors like like they are like have a major contribution for in United Nations, like in Food and Agriculture Organization, and then that's what I'm aiming for, because food I study about food, I mean for nutrition, and then yeah, I want to like absorb every knowledge from the from the professor if I could. So yeah, I think for the third question, why I need the scholarship? Yes, I need a scholarship to fund myself, and I think the question is more to like a job interview. Are you suitable for this scholarship or not? Right, that right, Fu?
Yeah, it's intended to be the one of the closing statement. Yeah.
So like we make the only the best three, like the short words, or what? I mean, like what should we answer if
Okay,
the
so
interviewer asks?
basically how to answer this question is like it's not to yes, of course it's to fund our plan to study abroad, but it's not the main point, because most of scholarship is for merit-based scholarship. It's not kayak LPDP itu kan bukan beasiswa untuk tidak mampu gitu kan.
Yeah.
That's a merit-based scholarship. So everyone that is capable can be the awardee of this scholarship. And I believe that I am the one. I'm the one who, what do you call it? I'm,
like you convince the interviewer, right?
Yeah. Why do we have to choose you? Just like that.
I see. And we should like dig more information about that scholarship. Like for instance, like LPDP, we have to like search more information about LPDP. Is it correct?
Not necessarily, because in general we share the same vision. I mean, we are developing Indonesia, one of Indonesia sector to be better, right? So we don't have to I mean mention one specific program that is maybe the missions or the points of LPDP that that is suitable to be, I mean, to be talked. So just mention generally that again, this is a merit-based scholarship, so everyone who is capable and credible enough will have the rights to get this scholarship, and I believe I'm one of the candidates for that. It can be proved by my, for example, by my achievements within this research interest when back then in my bachelor's degree, when I was becoming let's say best graduate of chemical engineering. And then second, I have solid experience in this research field, which is proven by my working experience for 5 years. And then the third, I share the same vision with LPDP in developing, let's say, UMKM development in Indonesia to be better in the future. So that's why I need this scholarship to support my study, so that I can contribute more to society. Just like that. So it's the general, just the general overview of the vision that we require.
So basically, the interview section is like the one that we write in the motivation
Essays.
letter, right?
Yeah. It's just the development of our essays. Basically.
But we don't. That's why nowadays in the online, like like you stated, background clearance, right? Like the interviewer wants to check if we are cheating, like that,
Yeah.
or we are reading something, right? I see, I see. Wow. Okay, so let's answer the third question. Do you want to answer first, Dika?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes. For scholarship, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. A scholarship, definitely I need it, yeah, because if you go abroad, it will not be cheap, especially if you go to the Western world, yeah, either Europe or US. It won't be cheap, at least for the living cost. Yeah, you will need a lot of money, and then yeah, for the tuition fee, it will be expensive too. And then if you're taking scholarship, you are more appreciated by the society there, because yeah, you are the selected one, and yeah, you're not just relying on money, so you have you have competence instead. That's it.
Okay. Now I want to answer number 3. Okay. I want to choose my major in obesity because my research is in obesity, and then I want to have a further information about obesity, and then yeah, I'm what I'm qualified for this scholarship, I think, because of because I've been a research assistant now in my university, and then I guide a lot of students, and not a lot of students, but some of my juniors here, and then I studied about obesity in my research, and then also also working with my colleagues for nowadays. Now it's already 2 years, I guess. So yeah. So actually, I just imagined this. Okay. So about the one that you say that spark your eyes, right? For the interviewer. So do we have to take off our glasses? Because
No.
if the reflection is clear, but the lighting like this in my glass, like you can see, right? You can see my eyes, but sometimes you can see
Yeah,
the
it's
reflection in
reflected.
there. So how do you convince the interview? Or do you have to be like this?
So it's basically not only seen by your eyes, but also the way you speak. So it's different, right? Between listening to someone who is passionately explaining something, and they are who just want to do it, right? It's different, right? So it can be seen with your eyes and also your voice, the way you speak, the way you explain something. It's more energized, you know.
So what if we have like some kind of internet, the connection, the technical issue, because maybe some of the participants didn't like about maybe about the interest stuff like Zoom, or yeah, they cannot get into that, or what do we have to do?
To be honest, I don't know, and I always ask my students to make sure the internet goes working. It should be working first before having any interviews, and so far it's not. There's no obstacles, like the major obstacles that is faced by my students so far. Yeah.
I see.
Mhm.
So based on your experience, have like one of your students have like, if the background clearance is checked, and
Mhm.
then maybe in some cases there are like one people standing behind them, is it fine for the interviewer?
I think
But
if it's
there's
only
no
one,
sticky notes. There's no sticky notes, but
I think
only the people behind.
if it's only
Is it
happened
okay?
once, I think it's okay.
Oh,
Not going back and forth, back and forth.
oh, I see, I see,
Mhm.
I see. And then they can check you. I see, I see. So, in the online one, is it now? I guess in LPDP there's a discussion, right? And essay on the spot, if I'm not mistaken.
It's no longer there.
Oh,
Yeah,
no
since
longer there.
since the pandemic. I guess it's since 2020. So everything is online, and there's no more FGD and essay on the spot.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
And then you say that in a short time, that in for interview section, right? In the second slide, if I'm not mistaken. So
Sorry,
how
the
many
FGD
minutes?
session is up ya guys.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you. Wow, welcome guys. Okay, you're back. Wow.
We need more time, Kak.
Okay. Welcome back, guys. So how is your focus group discussion going? Okay. Royhan, since you said we need more time, so could you please explain what is happening in your breakout rooms? Why you need more time?
Like commonly, but in in almost end the time, Kariski asks about IELTS tips.
Oh, I see, I see. So, wow, yeah, you found like friends, something in common between you guys in the breakout rooms. Wow. Okay, thank you, Rayhan. Wow. So I'm excited to hear your group story, and I'm sure the rest of us are too. So let us hear from Nona.
Thank you, Kak Dewi. That was a good discussion, a very good discussion. In my breakout room, we have Kak Wulan and Kak Anissa. And then the representative will be Kak Anissa, since she is the first timer. Kak Anissa, please. The time is yours.
Oh, well, okay, thank you. Okay, well, hi guys. My name is Anissa. Today, right now, I am an occupational therapist and pediatric. Pertanyaannya? Okay, I'm sorry, I'm like
Okay, Kak.
okay, the first questions is apakah tadi?
The first question, what is your short term and long term?
Oh yeah, the short term after graduating, I really want to go back to Indonesia and then get back to all of my handle all of my patients and implementing to all of my study over the university to all of my patients. And then my long-term goal is I really want to have clinic in Jakarta, an occupational therapy clinic in Jakarta. And the second question is country, design in country ya Kak?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Why do you choose the designated country and
Country.
university?
Okay. I really want to go to Australia, University of Sydney, because in Indonesia, occupational therapy only has a diploma here in University of Indonesia, and I want to go there because there's a lot of alumni they are going there, and then I guess it would be easier for me to go there too. And then the third questions is, do you need scholarships? I guess I do. I do really need the scholarships for motivated me to being more responsible of my study over there. And then as we know, going study abroad is really pricey. So I guess I do really need the scholarships. That's all.
Okay.
Sorry,
Thank
I'm mute. Okay, thank you, Anissa. Thank you, Nuna, for facilitating in the breakout rooms. Okay, so because our conductor wants to leave, so let's hear the closing statement from her first. Okay, yes, Pooh?
Ya, closing statement apa ya? Semangat aja gitu. I guess congratulations guys for finding this kind of community, because this is the first time I know Britzone. Well, I know maybe some other time before, because Mbak Dewi frequently posted about the activities, but I just know that this is really a place for us to speak in English. I mean, encouraging each other to speak, and it's really good, and it's really important for us. I mean, not just for us who aims to study abroad, but also for just enhancing our speaking ability and English ability for to be better day by day. So it's kind of important community that you should be active always. And what else? I think that's all. If you ever have any questions that is related to scholarships or study abroad, you can always reach me through my Instagram. But but I'm not always fast responding to any DMs or messages, because I'm also working. So I usually replies in my leisure time. But it's okay. Anyone, every time you have any questions, you can always reach me. I think that's all, Mbak Dewi. Thank you for the invitations, and thank you for
My pleasure. My
Thank you for the
pleasure.
opportunity.
Okay, thank you. Spectacular. And I hope we can benefit from you and apply your knowledge, your knowledge sharing as soon as possible. And we are honored to have you here, and let's give it applause for her once
Yay.
again. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
See you.
yeah, bye bye,
Bye-bye.
Fu. Okay, so, okay, the following group that we will hear the story, from the discussion, focus group discussion will be from Dian.
Hi,
Hello,
Dewi.
Dian.
Hello.
Yeah,
Okay,
hello.
so I had a really great discussion in the breakout room. So each of us walks different walk of life. Danny is a kindergarten teacher, and Evelyn is a banker, and Kat Debbie works for government. So, but I would like to hear, I would like to have Evelyn represent what we've been discussing in the breakout room, because she graduated in occupational health and safety, but now she's working as a banker. But the dream is to continue studying. So let's hear from her. Please, Ka Evelyn, over to you.
Okay, thank you, Dian. Hi, Miss Sophie. Hi, everyone. I'm sorry I'm sorry I cannot turn on my video because it's not proper here. I'm in McDonald's right now. So I want to share about what have we discussed earlier about the scholarship. As you guys know earlier from the end that all of us are workers, but we have the plan to continuing our study in master degree. But for now, we all choose to work first because we have to earn more money from our study. And uh, what have we done for continuing our study is, of course, joining this community so we can improve our English and get more comfortable with our speaking, learning, and etc. in English. We all plan to have a scholarship for our master degrees, and yeah, I guess that's all.
Okay, thank you, Evelyn, for your sharing. Okay, so, and thank you, Dian, for facilitating in your breakout rooms. You did a great job. Okay, so I guess we have met before, Evelyn, right? I still remember you in the
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, I'm sadly you cannot turn on your camera, and I bet you are enjoying your dinner. Okay, so let's move on, guys, to the next person who will tell the story in their discussion. Comes from Raihan.
Hello, Kak.
Hello.
So thank you for the time.
Yeah, my pleasure.
From our group, to be honest, it's quite hard to find our representative. So Kak Rizky will be our representative, and this is your turn, Kak Rizky.
Okay, thank you, Kak Raihan. But I'm sorry I cannot turn on my camera. Am I audible before?
Yes, you are.
Okay.
We can hear you.
And for the first question, what is your short-term and long-term plan after graduating? I think this is not after graduating, but my short-term is just want to get the best score on TOEFL test because I need to get it for yeah, for studying. Maybe I just wanna have motivation to study abroad or working and work abroad. And yeah, so the long term is I can work abroad because I think I live in another country is life changing. And how the about the second question, why do you choose the design of the country and a university? I want to choose the Australia or Singapore to be country that I want to visit for studying or working because yeah, I think that's the best country that I know for studying or for working. And for the third question is, do you need scholarship? Yes, I think I need because yeah, it is about money. It is about money for supporting my study. I think that's all, Kak Dewi. It is enough.
Okay, thank you. Marvelous. Thank you for sharing. Rizky, am I pronouncing your name correctly? Because Rizky and Maulana. So what should I call
Course, Kak.
Rizky?
Yes, Rizky.
Okay, thank you, Rizky. And then good luck for going to Australia or Singapore. Okay, and then if you already there, just keep contacting us. Okay, and then yeah, sadly guys, we come to the end of the class, and then me on behalf of the committee would like to thank you to all Britzoners here for taking time out of your busy schedule to spend with us in joining our classes. And I hope to see you guys in the next Britzone classes. And don't forget to sign up for our regular classes in Wednesday and Saturday and join the competition in Britzone Festival 2022. We still have the speech competition and tomorrow is the deadline. And then goodbye everyone and we will see you later. Bye.
Bye. See you guys.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Britzone.